Portion of State Street might look a little different next spring. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Mark McPherson.
And I'm Maria Lizignoli. Now, the City of Madison's planning department held a public meeting for the street's future. NBC 15's Cameron Kelly was there. She joins us now. Now, Cameron, the City of Madison says it will conduct an experiment to turn the 400 and 600 blocks of State Street into a pedestrian mall.
That's correct. With 60 people in attendance virtually and in person, the planning committee received feedback on what should be added to the mall, when it should be open, and opportunities for more artwork. They also showed preliminary designs for the area. This idea came as a result of Metro Transit shifting their operations off the 400 and 600 blocks. Earlier this year, Madison's Common Council voted in favor of creating an experimental closure of the area. Officials say this experiment is not permanent, but rather a way to attract the broader community in the space.
We certainly want to see all of Madison's residents and the broader community occupy that space, but we do have limitations. So we don't have the ability to program or put on events in the space. So we're certainly looking for community partners that have events, something like the Madison Night Market.
And some of the concerns from attendees and business owners include extra street lighting, designs on the designated part of the block, and sidewalk safety. The city also has a survey to receive additional feedback from the community that is located on our website, NBC15.com. Live in the studio, Cameron Kelly, NBC 15 News.